doing this.
Welcome back to Pagitt Radio. We end each of our radio broadcasts with a little shout out to the people whose strength is bringing strength, whose faith is bringing faith, whose hope is bringing hope, and whose love is bringing love. We're always run into and out of the final segment by the house band. And so the shout out here, if you don't know, if you're new to the program and you don't know how we give a right on to people, we like to say in the end of the first hour, there's some things in this world that make you say cripes and come on, you got to be kidding me, and this isn't the way the world is supposed to be, and we have decisions to make. We can live with that world the way it is, or we can do something about it. We can make the world the way we want it to be. And to those who do that, for those of us in the big things and the little things, who make the world that we want, the world a little bit better, the world a little more beautiful, the world a little more in line with the way that it's supposed to be, we like to give a right on and a shout out. And we hope this encourages you throughout your life, throughout your day, throughout your week, to look at things and say, oh, Christ, you got to be kidding me. I can't believe that thing is that way. And then just later see something that's the way it's supposed to be and say, right on.
Yeah.
Because we call this religious radio that's not quite right. But sometimes there's some things that are right on. So this morning, I decided that my neighbor across the street, John Bradley, who otherwise in his life may not ever earn a right on, today earns one. Today earns one very fine, because John Bradley today got his very fancy boat, loaded it up.
Looks like Liev Schreiber.
With 3 kids. Loaded it up with a neighborhood kid. Loaded it up with a little boy named Abby who really, really wanted to go fishing and had never been fishing on a boat on a lake.
Wow.
And a little guy named Jackson. And he took 3 other people's children out on the Lake Minnetonka to go fishing.
One of those was ours.
And that's fantastic.
Yeah.
That he does this kind of thing. That he takes these kids out on the boat. So anybody who's willing to invest that kind of time in somebody else's kids, that somebody who's willing to take just a random neighborhood kid and other people's children and say, I know you've had this dream and I want to teach you the good thing that I know how to do. I'm going to make you a fisher of fish.
Yeah.
Taking you out on the boat. So we said that we'd set up a little call with those people, and we're going to hear right now from people doing a right on. This hasn't happened before, that we have said, tell us, be in touch with us right while you're doing the thing that gets the right on. We have given right ons to people that care for folks in their final years. We've given right ons to people who fix the planet. We've given right ons to people who are creating good things in interfaith dialogue, but we've never had somebody say, come on the show right while you're doing the right on, and that's happening right now. Radio history on Pagitt Radio. Who do we have here on the line? Is that Steve Scherber?
Yes, sir.
Steve Scherber calling in from Lake Minnetonka. Now, if you don't know, Lake Minnetonka is one of the largest and most fished lakes in Minnesota. It's here in the Twin Cities. And Steve, how are things out on the lake? Fantastic day. Now on this boat, you have yourself and John, the one who's earning the ride on, and you have three boys on the boat with you. Yeah, this is doing good things for these kids. How has the fishing gone? It's Steve. Did you catch anything yourself? Yes. Do you know that old joke about, hey, I went fishing with my girlfriend? Oh yeah, did you catch anything? Hope not. Anyway, yeah. So you caught a little baby fish, or yeah, just what are you fishing for with these little guys? And you have like a 5-year-old and an 8-year-old and a 16-year-old out there on the boat along with you and John. Oh, right on. See, that is beautiful. Guys taking people. I mean, this is like an Andy Griffith show. People are still doing this. People still taking little kids out on a boat, teaching them how to fish. Now, Steve, let me ask: do you have a fishing license? Oh, that's fantastic. If we could get the DNR out there, take a look at that boat. and have the boys caught any fish? Could you put one of the boys on that have caught a fish? See, this is excitement right now. There's little boys whose dreams are being fulfilled today. Little boys who are out fishing from maybe the first, second time.
Yeah.
And this is a really big deal for these guys. Now, I'll tell you, one of those boys, the 16-year-old that's on there,
yeah,
a couple weeks ago, he went fishing out on the same lake.
Yeah.
And you know what he caught? He caught a 42-inch muskie. And then a half an hour later, you know what he caught?
What?
A 43-inch muskie.
Wow.
And then an hour later, you know what he caught?
What?
A 47-inch muskie. 3 40-inch plus muskies in one morning on this same boat.
And there are men who fish all their lives never catch big
And
fish
they never
like
catch
that.
big fish like that.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. So I mean, there's some magic going on out there. These boys may have hauled in award-winning fish. So who do we have on the line here? Hi, is this Jackson? Is this Abby? Hello, Abby. I'm so excited to hear about your fishing. Is this the first time you've been fishing on a boat? No, you've been fishing on a boat before? Excellent. Have you caught anything today? What did you catch, Abby? Abby, you caught a northern.
Wow.
Abby, that's great. Did you touch the fish with your own fingers? Oh, were they slippery? Yeah, that is great. Abby, did you take the hook out of the fish's mouth yourself? No, you had somebody else help you with that? I bet it wasn't Steve, was it? It was probably somebody else there, maybe John or Chico. Well, Abby, I'm so excited. Did you have a great day today? Is this one of the best days of your life? Yeah, and Abby, how old are you?
Oh,
Tomorrow's your birthday, and you got to go
tomorrow.
fishing before you were 8 years old. Hey, Abby, could you look over to John and just say to him, right on? Could you say that right into the phone? Give him a right on. Right on, John. Right on. Good for you, John. How about Jackson? Does Jackson want to get on the line with us? Could you ask him? I shouldn't be asking an 8-year-old to sort of problem solve the half convoluted question that was really a command. It's unbelievable. I just need to get away from these kids.
No kidding.
I need a little time for myself.
Right.
See, folks, this is fantastic. Here's a guy who otherwise, could be sitting around getting ready for the Vikings game. And what's he doing this morning? He's out there on a boat, bringing the dreams of a 7-year-old to life.
He is so
Right
self-sacrificing.
It is great.
John Bradley.
Now, he will tell you that he's doing this because he thinks if he takes these kids out, that he'll catch a big fish.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he said that, but I said you get to write that anyway.
Like a
I
talisman?
don't think. Yeah, he thinks it's just like one of these pay it forward things.
Right.
Yeah, he thinks it's one of these pay it forwards.
You talked about karma.
But anyway, we're going to say to John Bradley, right on, John, for taking out a 5-year-old and a 7-year-old and a 36-year-old and teaching those little boys how to fish and how to make it work. And everybody who does this, everybody who takes their own life and opens it up to do these good things for these little kids, we say to them, right on, good for you, way to keep it going, and may your faith bring us faith, may your hope bring us hope, may your love bring us love, may your strength bring us strength, and may your fish be set free for the life that they want to live. May they be set free to enjoy the time with their little boys, too.
Oh, my gosh.
May those fish live a full and complete and whole life.
Amen.
Amen. So, John Bradley, shout out to you right on for everybody who's making the strength, the faith, the hope, and the love available for others to participate in. We give you a shout out here from Doug Badger Radio. Glad to have you aboard. Glad to have you along for this conversation that we have on these mornings. And may your strength bring us strength, your faith bring us faith, your hope bring us hope, your love bring us love in all the things that you're up to and about. Doug Badger Radio broadcasting live in the Twin Cities on AM 950 and DougBadgerRadio.com.